folks. Today, we're going to do a little pre-race talk about Mad Grace, a 7-year-old mare we claimed at Canterbury Park, claimed maybe 2 races ago when Canterbury was still running. But the interesting thing about this horse is that this is a horse that we have been chasing around for our broodmare band for about 3 years. George Adams, our director of stallions and breeding, and I have had this one circled, and we chased it around, and it finally got an opportunity to claim it, and here it is, and now it's running for us. So it's going to finish out the year with us, and then enter our broodmare band. So 7-year-old mare, running at Hawthorne Park on Friday, October 14th in the 6th race, coming out of the 3-hole. This is let's talk about the conditions. You know how we like to do that and describe those. I'm going to put my glasses on because, well, you know, you get old. So we're looking at, this is a 1.16 on the turf. Purse is 22 grand. It is a starter optional claiming, and we'll read the actual for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, which have started for a claiming price of 10K or less in 2021 or 2022, or a claiming price of 20 grand. And she actually gets in for the starter, so no tag. So those of you out there looking to add her to your broodmare band, you got no shot, is what I will tell you. So Mad Grace is just a horse that runs and shows up almost every single time. This is an interesting one because it's a 1.16 for it and has not run that long. If you look back in the past performance, if you scroll back and check it out, and I'll put it on the screen for you here, what I'm going to highlight. But she was a horse that was sprinting at one point, and she was sprinting. And she was sprinting on the dirt, and honestly, she's a much better horse on the turf, in my opinion, especially at this point in her career. But she can run on the dirt. So if we come off if it rains in the Chicago area and we're coming off the turf, she's going to run. But I think at this point in her career, she is, and I think also going long, she's a little better. Even though, like I said, she's run miles, 5.5 furlongs, 6 furlongs, 7 furlongs, of turf, dirt. She's just a very versatile horse. It's one of the reasons why we really love it. Obviously, her pedigree speaks for itself. It's a beautiful pedigree from a broodmare standpoint. But we're talking about this race, and I think this race sets up for it. I also think we get no love, zero love from the Hawthorne odds maker. We've run 4 horses there, and all of them ran above the odds. So it's one of those situations that, when you have not a large string at a track that really doesn't know you, and you're not one of coming with a big name trainer, Tony Reinsdorf trades for us. This is what you run into sometimes. And who cares what the morning lines odds are? As a gambler, and this is what I'm telling you, as a gambler, you want the odds to be a little off because that's skewing some money here. I think the race is going to shape up well for her. I think you got enough early speed in here to set up to. I think she's going to be able to sit off the pace. I think she's going to break from the 3 position. She's going to be able to break well enough to get herself a little out of trouble. Luckily, she's not on the rail here, and I think she's got every chance in the world to win this race. So what am I going to do from a gambling standpoint? I'm probably going to do an exacta with her on top. A medium-sized bet here on the exacta. So, that's probably looking like $10 for me and all. So nothing extraordinary there. Because there's 4 or 5 horses here in this race that could win. That's the brutal truth. I don't think there's anybody that's an overwhelming favorite. Nobody on paper looks like they're a lock in this one. So you look for some odds, and I think we got a chance. So I'm going to do that exacta. I'm going to have a medium size win bet, assuming I can get 8 to 1 or so. If I can get 8 to 1, 6 to 1, between 6 to 1 and 8 to 1, look for something, 250. I'll probably put $250 on her, between 250 and 500, really depending on the situation and what the odds look like. If she creeps up for some reason, or if somebody is really getting crushed in the odds, then I probably know they know something, and I'll pull back a little money. But if the odds look like anything like the morning lines, I could creep up even a little above that 500 number. So that's what I'm going to do. That's how I see the race shaping up. I think we got it. I think we got every chance in the world to win here, and I hope you tune in to watch our future broodmare star win a race.